We're live now. Hey, everybody.
Sharing. Weird.
You're sharing? Can you share with everybody?
No, but maybe it does it automatically. I don't know.
Mm, that would be better, huh?
Oh,
You're right. I just feel like, people can get it on the replay too. So I see Mohammed's joined. Hey, everybody. It's Carrie, and I'm with Orel Zilberman. He is a coding genius, data genius, software genius. And today we're going to just be talking about using data. Let's see. I got to pull up my notes. We're going to be talking about using data with notes and just doing data analysis on your Substack to find out what's working, and really help you improve your performance and get more subscribers. Ultimately, that's the goal. So, I'm Carrie. I'm the founder of the 9 to Thrive newsletter and publication. What I do is I help creators, consultants, coaches, solopreneurs, side hustlers, pretty much anyone who wants to build multiple income streams from one newsletter. And if you go check out my publication, you'll see that I have a whole infrastructure built there around my newsletter. I do teaching, coaching. I have some software things built out. I have a whole creator tool vault for my paid members. Plus, I have my Substack 360 program, which is a course plus coaching plus AI agents. So it's got all the stuff that you need to build on Substack. So that's what I do. I started my business 2 years ago. I started a marketing agency after I left the corporate world. I had an 18-year career in marketing and corporate communications, and moved on to start my own business. And I've been doing this ever since. So, Orel, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
you sound so impressive. You said so many things. I mean, I need to rise to the level. Yeah. Um, yeah. So my name is Orel, and I'm a solopreneur. I quit my six figures job um, last August 23. So 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. And ever since, I've been building SaaS products. Uh, Trying to make them work, trying to get people to use them. Um, and nothing worked until the last product that I built, which is WriteStack, which I'll elaborate on later as we talk. And yeah, I'm writing online also for 2 years. I have a YouTube channel that's inactive for some time, and I write about my journey, what I do, lessons, failures, successes, and I also have another newsletter in which I share what I learned from my journey building WriteStack, but specifically about Substack growth. Um, so yeah, that's what I do. That's who I am. And yeah, today we're going to talk about the notes, the statistics, how they help you grow, why they're important, a few tips perhaps, and yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, WriteStack is pretty amazing. I've just started using it recently. And um, what I like it the most, of course, is the data. It tells you, some information about your notes that you've done and their performance. Because let's face it, Substack's data is there and there's a bunch of it, but it's hidden. And especially on notes, it's really difficult to keep the habit. And I do this, or I did this too before WriteStack came into my life, which I should still do, but I don't. But um, I track manually the performance of my I only do my highest performing notes now. So I have a spreadsheet. I put the note name, the content, and then I'll put all the metrics like how many subscribers it drove, how many shares, how many comments liked, etc. Um, WriteStack does a bunch of that for you now, so it's pretty nice. Um, but yeah, so one of the things I wanted to cover today, I've got my notes right in front of me. So, uh, so you have a really unique position because you see a lot of data, and I know you put together a very cool chart that you put in a note last week, um, that showed the peak times of day for
Yeah.
activity on notes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also I'm going to publish today an elaborated post about the best times to post a note with detailed statistics and takes from my perspective. A very, very long and informative article that's going out in like 2 hours. So,
Oh,
yeah, a lot of graphs. There are new graphs as well and statistics. So, yeah, very, very interesting things to see. But yeah, I did publish a graph that shows exactly the times in which most um, I'd say creators are engaged or consumers are engaged with your notes, and when's the best time to put out notes to increase your chance of exposure. And interestingly enough, in the article, it's a little bit of a spoiler. The graph that you can see in my notes, it's I posted it very recently. So this graph shows the engagement per day per hour, and the other graph that I'm going to show in my article shows the amount of posts that are being posted per day per hour. So
mm.
one of them shows the engagement, the other one shows how many posts are being posted at the same time frames. And what's crazy is that it's the exact opposite. So a lot of people put out notes when the engagement is very, very low. And it might be correlated because there is a lot of supply and therefore less demand. So there is less engagement for uh, how can I say it simply? So there is less engagement for less notes. I think that's correct. Anyways, I wrote about it in the article. Yeah, so it's mind blowing.
So what I would expect is that if there's less notes coming into the ecosystem, like a river, right, then you would have more engagement.
Yeah, so that's exactly what happens.
Oh, on those notes.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
but so a lot of so the graph looks like there is it's America time, so it starts from midnight and goes all the way to 11 p.m. And so
Yeah.
the mid section people put a lot of notes in that place. So it's like between I think 12 and 4 p.m. And then the other sides are full of engagement and not a lot of content is being put out in these hours. So yeah, exactly
Yeah,
like you said. So
because Substack can only show us so much in our feed. If you're
exactly,
following 200 people and you're going to see their notes in your feed, the more that are there, the less you'll see
exactly.
only the first few. So I guess it kind of makes sense, but all this data tells us a lot. It's super interesting.
Exactly, and we can capitalize on it. And instead of posting when everybody posts, we can do it in the times where we have the most chance of being exposed and getting engagement to
Yeah,
increase the chances of us getting people seeing what we write. Uh,
exactly.
yeah,
And
which mhm.
and then maybe, they'll follow you and like or subscribe and um yeah, so one of the things that surprised me when I always thought my peak time was 7 a.m. when the most people were engaging with my things. It's actually 11 according to the WriteStack statistics.
Mhm.
So that was surprising to me. I thought, wow, so that has actually influenced the time that I'm going to post certain things. Um, so yeah, because
Exactly,
7 to 9 p.m. in Eastern time in New York time, according to your graph the other day, is kind of I call it rush hour, right? When
um,
is that the most activity?
no. So the most activities between I'd say 5 p.m. and like midnight, somewhere along these lines. But yeah, attention starts picking up around 7 a.m.
7 a.m. Or
Yeah, but it really depends on your specific audience because
yeah,
in WriteStack, what happens is it takes your notes, it sees the times that you posted them, and based on the best. So what it does, it calculates how many likes you got per notes per hour, and then it removes the outliers. So if you had like a very viral post, it will trim it down a little bit to fit the average sort of, and then it finds the best hour to post for you, for your audience.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
So are we assuming though that Substack shows our note right away and then does it resurface the note? Because I have a theory about this, but have you found any? My theory is that it resurfaces the note for, like for 24 hours. It kind of just shows it as much as possible in the
Mhm.
stream. And then it kind of goes quiet, but it can spike again after 7 days. That's what I see, but I don't know if you see any.
Interesting. So yeah, I see some sort of, I don't see any spikes after the first 24 hours, but I still get some clicks and likes for very old notes. So I reshared an article that I really liked, like I think 8 months ago or something like that. And today I got another like for it. So it's Substack resurfaced it to someone.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think the first 24 hours are the most critical, so to speak. Um, but it keeps resurfacing it even months after that.
Yeah. Um, I told you the other day I got 232 subscribers from one note. I've restacked that since that statistic. I think I got that statistic at the end of June that I went and looked at that. It's up to 500 now because I've restacked it.
Oh, so
So
you just restacked the note and it resurfaced it to people?
yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
And actually, what I found in WriteStack is that some nodes that I didn't think did that well did extremely well. So
Yeah, funny. It's funny because the notes that we think that are not going to do well, usually these are the notes that we write on a whim. Just something comes up, we write it down, and then people seem to really like these notes. These notes really go work well.
yeah,
Yeah, besides the usual ones that work well, like the generosity one that you love to call. Maybe you want to
the
tell a little bit
generosity
about
one.
these types of notes.
Yeah, the generosity formula really works. That's where you people hate them, right? Get- I get hate mail about that, but they do a couple of things. Number one, they help people, which I'm all about helping people. So I'm very keen on the generosity notes. They just it starts out with just kind of a statement about the state of where we are, and then it goes into encouraging people to share their publications, especially if they're new. People need help. They need help getting visibility, and notes is the way to do that. Um, Sometimes I ask people to drop their best note or their best post or just their publication. I love this generosity note because it helps me find new people to follow. I found some great publications just from doing that. Um, so I really encourage people to participate in those when you see them. If you see somebody new to you dropping that kind of a request to drop your publication in the comments, do it because it's gonna help you potentially get new subscribers or followers. Um, the other thing it does is it helps me find people that I might want to collaborate with. So if I see a publication or a post that really seems to align with my audience, I can find new people to do lives with, like you and I do. This is probably how I found you, for all I know. But yeah, it's really good. You just need to be sure you deliver on whatever you promise. Like I've seen some people say, I'm gonna subscribe to every single one of you. But if you say something like that, you have to do it because, when you subscribe to everybody, you're going to get a lot of emails, and not everybody can handle a lot of emails, myself included. So there's other ways you can support people that you really want to support, just by following and sharing, restacking their notes.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah, so the point here is when you do it, just be genuine about it and don't just promise things that you're not going to follow up on. So just to make it clear to everybody, I hope it's clear. The generosity posts are notes are those that you encourage people to share their newsletter in the comments, and then you'll tell them that you will probably follow some of them and subscribe to some of them if it's interesting enough
Uh,
to you.
yeah, I mean, I don't want to mislead anybody. So I just say I'm going to give you support, and whatever that support looks like, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not saying
Um,
that you're going to follow them, but you are going to follow people who interest you. I mean,
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly.
yeah, yeah. And these notes work really well because a lot of people want to get exposure, and it helps them a lot, especially very very small creators. They really love these types of notes. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, and I would suggest that if you really want to help and to make sure that people also know you, then I'd suggest you like each and every one of the comments, and maybe even write a thoughtful comment if you have the time for that, because usually these types of notes go a very long way and a lot of people engage with them. So writing a thoughtful comment, liking every comment is crucial in my opinion to really make the most out of the note for
Oh, for
yourself as well.
sure. Oh, for sure. Engagement is everything. So yeah, somebody's giving a comment there. They said, thanks. That's great advice. That way we won't be following
Following
content.
content we normally would not follow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if you guys have questions, by the way, just drop them in the chat down below in the message box. And
Exactly, and we'll answer everything.
yeah, we have time.
Yeah, yeah, but I want I want to give an advice to people out there who are just trying to grow. Um, Actually, two advice. So the first one is obviously put out notes daily. That's extremely important. I can't express how important it is. So people sometimes think that putting out a weekly post or a bi-weekly post is all you need to grow in Substack. That was maybe the case, the only case that you could like 2 years ago before Notes came out. But Notes more than I'm not sure even the number that it multiplies your exposure chance by, but if a post a week gives you some, I don't know, I'm trying to come up with a non-mathematical way to express what I'm thinking. Um, Generally, notes. So if you put out an article once a week, you have one chance a week to get exposed to people. But if you put out two, three, four notes per day, you get four times the chances to get the same exposure. And if you do it daily, then you have seven by three or by four, which is 21 or 28 chances to get the same exposure as the article that you do once a week.
Yeah.
Um,
So the way I broke it down is I said I always my whole philosophy right now is that Substack is the new funnel. You guys have heard of funnels, right? Um, but someone made a comment. A
yeah,
thousand
I'm
legends.
not sure
I'm not,
I'm not sure if I want to grow. I just want my voice heard, and I hope to help one person. I know that sounds cheesy, but it's true. Yeah. So, I'm guessing here that you would be even happier if you helped 10 people, not just one. And it's really very personal. It's up to you if you want to put out notes or not. But the fact that you're putting out notes and putting out the things that you know, your experiences in the quest of helping more people is very helpful because you have more chances to get even to that one person to help.
yeah.
Those notes can increases the chance that you'll reach that one person that you want to help, and potentially a lot more. So again, it's personal. You choose whatever you want, but notes um, notes do not um, are how do you say it? So
They're the
they're not hurting
discovery.
your goal.
Yeah, yeah. They're just the discovery engine. They're how more people can find out how you can help. So
Mhm.
what I was getting at is Substack is for me the new funnel, right? So the notes and the free newsletter content, that's the discovery part. That's top of the funnel. I'm a marketer, so I think of everything in terms of funnel. It's just a habit.
Maybe just a few words about funnels because
The funnel.
about
Okay,
few
yeah,
weeks back, if you tell me if you say funnel, I wouldn't know what you're talking about. So yeah,
and a lot of people, I always assume they've heard of it, but they haven't. So, okay, so a funnel is like used for marketing to bring leads in the door, and leads could be subscribers or readers or people that you want to help. To our other comment here. So, if you think of it like a funnel, right? Just any type of funnel that you would use around the house. Um,
because it's very you use it a lot. The funnels in your house.
the funnel, and then pretend it has holes in it, right? It's a big funnel, it has holes in it. So you're going to pour some kernels of corn or something in the funnel, or beans or marbles or whatever. I just say marbles. You pour your marbles in the top, and on the way down, some jump out and some land at the bottom. So if you think about that in terms of people who are going to engage with you, ultimately, that's the bottom of the funnel, right? And the top of the funnel, you're pouring those marbles in really fast, so some are just bouncing out and some are going down the funnel. And that's your customer journey right there. So that's people who are going to buy from you, people who are going to join your courses, listen to what you have to say, become part of your community, become paid subscribers. So um, I also say have opportunities for them to work with you along the way down so that they don't jump out through one of the holes at any point. So when I talk about building your offer stack, right, at the top, we have sort of the free content that attracts people and says, hey, this person is worth listening to. And then we have the next phase, which is more or less, the consideration phase where they're deciding, like, does this have value enough to pay for? So, should I pay for their newsletter subscription and their resource vault? Should I, you know, join their masterclass? It sort of brings them down the funnel further. And then at the end, that's where you have, whatever it is your ultimate offer is. For me, it's full training and one-to-one coaching. So, um, yeah, that's how it works. I say it replaces your tech stack to some extent. Um, you can just use Substack alone to do this whole thing. If you look at my Substack, I have built pages with links out to things. Um, they're in my top navigation bar. So that's how we do it.
Yeah, so the notes really help bring in those people into the funnel to make sure that they um, and that funnel they go through that funnel and they make sure themselves that they like your content and that they want to become a subscriber. Sort
Yeah.
of. Hmm.
Now, the other thing too is a lot of subscribers will subscribe. A lot of people will subscribe and then just never open any emails. So
Hmm.
I was telling you right before we hopped on here, I did a whole analysis yesterday on my data. So going back to the data, and this is post level data. Um, so for my emails, Substack has all of this in your settings tab and your stats tab. So in under subscribers, you have a ton of data there. And I did an analysis on the subscriber data, and I was able to surface a lot of really interesting things. Um, my my audience is at extreme ends, and I don't know if this is something missing from Substack in the way they're measuring. There's an activity number there. It gives 5 stars to whoever's most active, and 2 stars or 1 star, no stars. Um, but all of my people were polarized. They were either at 4 or 5 stars or 0 to 1 stars. There was no 2 and 3 stars. That seems suspicious to me. Like maybe Substack doesn't have anything in between in their algorithm for calculating that. I don't know. Um, but it
Yeah, it
also
seems
tells
like
you, yeah, seems
yeah,
suspicious. Yeah.
yeah, it seems like I mean they have all the data probably, but we just don't get a chance to view it in a way that is helpful to us to figure out things like inactive subscribers. So we might have 4, 5, 10K, whatever subscribers, and only a handful of them open the emails consistently, or and then a large portion of them probably never open the email again. Um, so it would be very helpful if we could remove those inactive emails
It would be
from.
helpful, but also just think of what that's gonna do. Your subscribe everything's subscribers. "Oh, I have so many subscribers." People would be very upset if you started removing their subscribers. So,
Oh, no, no, not Substack. For us personally, to weed out, if we
oh, yeah.
want, weed out those people who are inactive. Um,
So
yeah.
what I Yeah, so what I did is I built a prompt that does analysis on my Substack email data, my subscriber data, and I put it into ChatGPT and did an analysis on all my subscriber data. And I found about 700 of those super inactive people. They hadn't opened an email for 6 months. Their activity level was zero. Um, and so I take my subscribers off platform. I email them through other channels through my CRM. And a lot of people do this as well. But that allowed me to clean up my list off the platform. So I just removed all of those people, those 700 who were very inactive. So, I mean, it's helpful because what I was seeing is my open rates go down, 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 down. So, and this will help improve your open
Mhm.
rate.
Definitely, yeah. And also, if you take your subscribers out of platform, then having a lot of inactive subscribers really hurts your. I'm not sure what the word is, but credibility. I think in terms of um, avoiding going to the spam folder.
Oh, send a reputation and
Your
deliver it.
reputation, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
um, so if you have like 1,000 subscribers and 900 of them do not open the mail, then you might it will hurt your credibility, and then you might start going to spam to those people who do want to read from you. So that's why it's also very important to weed out those inactive users, subscribers.
yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
And Substack doesn't tell us what's in their activity score either. So is it email clicks? Is it email opens? Is it downloads? Is it I don't know. What is it? What's in the activity score? Does it include anything from the notes side? I'm kind of guessing not, but you know, I did is
Yeah.
the reason I didn't want to remove them off the platform either because maybe somebody doesn't open my emails, but so what if they're very active in my community? I did find one guy on there who was like I remember him being very active. So now I got to go check him out and find out if he's even still on the platform that he hasn't engaged for so long.
Hmm.
So, um, yeah, it's a
Yeah. Maybe
good to
that's
do.
a cool product idea for people to if anyone here is a developer, to maybe create some sort of a tiny product that just helps creators really manage those subscribers.
Yeah,
um,
I
if
mean,
somebody wants to do it, I'd love to give advice on how to
yeah,
do it and how to approach it.
yeah. Well, maybe I'll work with you on that because I create these types of things and I put them in my creator tool vault for my paid members. So I have
Mhm,
several tools there right now. I have the um, build your offer stack tool already there and the pricing calculator for pricing your newsletter there already.
mhm.
So yeah, it would be cool to add that as well.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so let's see. I guess we wanted to talk about your SaaS journey here. I mean, what inspired you to build WriteStack?
So it's a pretty interesting story. I will not go into details. I think I wrote an article about it actually, but I had a chance to work with a big creator called Thibaut. Some entrepreneurs, solopreneurs probably know him, but he's a big creator on Twitter and on LinkedIn. Was he created Taplio and Tweet Hunter,
Yeah.
and so before um, so I didn't work with him, but it was me and another guy, and he gave us a week to uh, uh, to work on a product that he was building, and so that product had a lot of interesting technologies that I learned in order to be able to pass that week and to provide on whatever he wanted. And so these technologies that I learned really opened my mind to new opportunities.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, and then I was on Substack as well. And after I talked to him, I knew that he developed Taplio and Tweet Hunter, and these ideas, these products made me think that there should be one for Substack as well, and there wasn't. So that fired me to really build the first um, full platform for notes, not only scheduler, not only a place to manage and organize your notes or generate the note, like everything that you'll ever need for notes in one platform.
Yeah, it's pretty cool actually, and it did remind me a little bit of, like, the Taplio, which I've used before, and Tweet Hunter as well. Yeah, it's got some really cool tools on there. So, you know, I think probably Substack. I don't know if they're going to ever allow APIs because right now they don't, and that makes it wonderful to be on the platform because you don't get a lot of bots and spam and junk and there's a lot.
Hmm.
It's really good. So this kind of takes care of that. It posts from your account through the Chrome extension, and it's just
Exactly.
super helpful. Yeah.
One thing that I want to say about that I also like it. I mean, from a business side, I hate it, but from a personal side, I really love it. The fact that they don't have the API because um, it weeds out all the people that just want to automate things and use the platform just to grow their business and market whatever they want. And with scheduler that are out right now, you have to leave your computer running, and that scares a lot of people that want to just automate things and leave it and forget about it. So it forces you to leave your Chrome running. And yeah, so a lot of people who don't care about the platform, who just want to make money out of it, um, won't use it and won't come to Substack. So from that
Mm.
perspective, I really like it.
Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, so let me see, where were we? We talked about subscriber quality and cleaning up the
Oh yeah,
subscriber.
I wanted to add another thing. So I wanted to give two advice to creators. So one of them was to put out a few notes per day, as many as you can. I mean, okay, so not 10 or 15 or 20, whatever. Just try to keep it between 2 to 5. I'm not sure if there is a diminishing return when you put out more, but yeah, that's I didn't investigate it yet. So yeah, that's number one. And number two is to be very engaged with people who engage with you. So for example, I send a hi message to anyone who likes, comments, restacks, whatever my content anywhere. Um, and that's how I build a really solid audience and people who engage with me, and then I engage with them. And now 90% of all the engagement that I get is from people who I talk to and people who I engage with. So it
Yeah.
creates a very, very tight community and very nice people to talk to and to engage with. Um, yeah, so these are the two things: put out notes and send as many direct messages as you can.
Yeah, but, you're limited, right, to how many direct messages.
Yeah, yeah. That's also a good thing on Substack that stops a lot of people from spamming and sending just hundreds of marketing direct messages. Is that you're limited by the amount of direct messages you can create in a day. So if somebody doesn't follow you or is not subscribed to you, then it will, and you send them a direct message, it will count as one. And you have 10 of these to create per day, per 24 hours. So yeah, it's very limiting, but that's good.
Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to talk about threads too, because threads seem to be sort of a hybrid. I start a thread every day in my chat, every day during the week. I've started taking weekends off. um, but yeah, every weekday I will post a thread in my chat, and that also appears in notes, just for people who are wondering about that. So that it'll show up in both places. which is good because it helps drive people to your chat conversation. Um, and then I want to talk about lives as well, like we're doing right now. Um, my live numbers are growing. I think we're up to 68 right now, which is, that's a decent number. I'm seeing people get hundreds, and of course, the big creators get thousands when they do lives, but we're just small creators, so we don't get that
Yeah.
yet. But if you do lives plus notes, you're going to find people that want to be in your community just because it gives them so much more to work with when they see you talking in real time. They can understand what kind of person you are, um, how you speak, what you're it's just different, right? So,
Who you are, who you are beyond the keyboard,
yeah, exactly.
and
What you
and
look like, what you stand for.
exactly. And it's
Yeah.
interesting, when you talked, I thought there are a lot of ways to communicate with your audience in Substack. So you have the notes, the posts, the threads, the live chats. You can put up videos or shorts or whatever they call it. Um, there are so many ways, like all the platforms together combined into one. It's really cool, and I'm really curious to know how effective each channel is. So
Yeah.
maybe you can tell us how effective are the threads and the lives, because I rarely do lives, and I rarely write in my threads.
Lives are my very favorite thing because I like having real conversations. I love my chat second most because I get to have real conversations and meet real people there who are interesting. And then we have a DM conversation on the side, and maybe we'll do a call and do a Zoom call and be face to face. But these lives, if you set up the podcast feature, they will go over to your podcast. You can connect that. And then you can,
Podcast as well, right?
yeah, and then you can also connect it to YouTube. So these lives are going over to my YouTube channel as well. I don't know why. For some reason, I get very nervous being on camera by myself without someone to talk to.
I
I
feel
just
you.
it's like I don't do lives by myself. I could, but I don't because I just get so terrified that it's going to be complete silence. I'm going to not have anything to
Exactly.
say.
Yeah.
And I'm going to end the live after 2 minutes.
Yeah, and if you have someone else that can just take over and help you.
Yeah,
And if it's quiet, then both of you feel the same awkwardness together, so it's less awkward.
I just love the conversation part of it. So I feel like it's such a good. That's what I'm saying. It's the funnel, right? So if someone can't see you, if someone sees your note, then they see your live, then they may go, "Hey, that's really cool. Let me join their chat." And then they go into the chat, and then they decide to subscribe and maybe take a course or join a masterclass or a boot camp. All these things just work together. And Substack is so perfect for that. It's just a great platform for anybody just trying to build something and monetize their knowledge. So
Exactly, and the fact that you get to keep the emails that you um, of your subscribers is just another very big motivator to be on this platform. So it's the best of all worlds combined into one platform, really, and they're
exactly.
doing a great work, keeping it the way it is, and I'd be happy if it continued this way.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. And I just wanted to address there's a lot of people who are writing right now about, oh, the Substack bubble and it's over. And I don't, I mean, I know some people have seen it. If you've seen it, put your comment in the message. I want to see how many people have experienced either a loss of subscribers overnight or a slowdown in the rate of subscribers and just overall performance. If you have that, put that in the chat because I want to know. But I don't see it from my side, and I don't know
Mhm.
anybody in my community who's seen it. So maybe we're all just too small. Maybe it's the huge creators. I don't doubt that these people experience. I experienced something a little weird. I was actually kind of cleaning up I was removing a few people that had bounced in my off-platform list. And so if they bounce there, I know that they're bouncing on Substack. So was doing actually a manual cleanup. And the next day I noticed like I was down 250 subscribers. And now I don't have an explanation for that. Did I accidentally select 250 and delete them instead of one? I don't think I did that. But maybe Substack was also deleting hard bounces. I don't know, but this has been reported by some people.
That might be actually that Subsequent removed some hard bounces. So bounces when the email is being sent, but it's not being delivered to
Caro,
the email.
Caro just joined. Hi, Caro. I totally want to
Oh,
with you at some point. I see
yeah,
you.
Carrie is she's hard to get. She plays hard to get.
Hard to get. Oh, well, we maybe put three of us on or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we can
Yeah.
make her join.
Yeah. So, yeah, so I don't know what's going on, if there's anything going on. It sort of came about when Substack got that last round of funding, and they said there was talk about advertising on the platform, which nobody knows if that's going to happen. We don't know what that will look like. We don't know if it's good for creators or not. We don't know. So I don't know. I
Um,
don't speculate until I see. I'm a data-driven
yeah,
person. I like data to prove what's going on. And
yeah. In my opinion, sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, one data point of losing 200 subscribers overnight isn't enough for me. So
Yeah. In my opinion, the advertisement might be annoying to some people in the beginning, but I think it's worth it in the long term because both Substack will have money to keep growing the platform that we really like. And I believe that they will not make it very intrusive and not very annoying for people. And it can help a lot of creators and a lot of writers to keep writing more. Um, because I think and I hope that they will make it in a way that um, advertisers will also be able to be monetizable by the creators. It will be interesting to see what they do.
yeah, I mean, maybe. We just don't know. We don't know until we know.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm going with that. I don't know until I know. Um, so I guess, we should probably close it out here. We've been talking for a while.
Yeah.
I, I always end everything with the little steps, right? So if you really want to grow on Substack, I put some things together here for the closing. So you can audit your performance metrics. Um, if you sign up for WriteStack, you'll have all the notes analytics there. You can see which notes perform the best. You can repurpose notes, identify your top performing notes, and then if you do an analysis of your subscriber data, like I did, you can. And I have to still upload the prompt into my Creator Tool Vault. If you're a paid member, you'll get that. That's something that you could do. Is do some spring cleaning, fall cleaning on your list. And then implement the strategic note types. Try the generosity note if you haven't done it already. Participate in the generosity notes. Um,
So
let's
today I'm putting out the generosity note on in like I think it's scheduled to an hour and a half for now. So if you want to see what it is, then it's copied straight from the master right here from Carrie. She posted one generosity note that went viral big time, and I just took it and adjusted it to my style. So thank you.
yeah, I'll be very curious to see if it performs as well for you. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and then engage, right? Keep engaging. Figure out what the optimal posting times are for you. I am going to be adding 2 evening times, which I haven't done now that I have WriteStack. I can post a couple more times in the day than I get up super early. I'm usually done with my day by 4 or 5, so I'm not on the computer in the evening, but I'm gonna try experimenting a little bit more. And then, build your funnel. Just map out your all the ways that people can work with you and see if you can incorporate that into your Substack. Um, and then try WriteStack, right? You're giving an affiliate link on WriteStack.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you sign up to WriteStack, you can be an affiliate and get 30% for life on anybody you bring in. So it's worth it. You might even make money out of it, more than it costs. I mean,
Yeah.
there are a few people who make money from WriteStack way more than they pay for it. So yeah,
Oh, really? Wow.
yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
I might, I might not do that though, because I kind of want you to have all the money. I might,
No, you do that.
I want to recommend it, but I might not use the affiliate link. But anyway, and then I'm doing a master class for on is called the 10K Newsletter Roadmap Bootcamp. It's coming up next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the 12th through the 14th of August. This will be laying the foundation for monetization. We're going to do price. We're going to set up the pricing for your newsletter, talk about the different buyer types. I'm going to help you build your offer stack. And then we have a whole day on conversion. So it's 3 days, 90 minutes per day, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Let me put the link in the chat. And while I'm doing that, you can go ahead and add any comments that you have. Orel, anything you want to say here?
Yeah. So and now I need to fill the void while you're doing your
Yeah.
thing. Nah, that's fine. Yeah. So I said anything I had to say about my call to action, my advice for creators on how to grow. Yeah, and there you put out your link for your Substack 360. Um,
Yeah. No, this is the camp, the 3-day boot camp. The
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Substack 360 is my whole program. It takes you from I don't even know what I offer to, building out the whole thing. That's going to be a 6-week cohort starting in September. So we'll talk about that next time too.
That's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're doing a lot of good things.
Yeah, I'm trying to help people. I was in a 9 to 5 job and needed to leave, not for anything bad about the job, which because I absolutely loved it, but I just had some physical health challenges. So I did leave and started my own business. And I know people out there who want to do the same thing and they just don't know how. And starting a
Hmm.
free newsletter is one of the best ways to get started because you can really build off of that, especially on Substack. It's
Hmm.
it's just the bottom. It's just the
I
way.
agree.
So anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's it. And just remember, just closing out here, notes aren't just the content, right? They're not another content form. They're super impactful and they're your discovery and, that will help you get discovered. And they're a really powerful conversion tool when you use them strategically with data and
Hmm.
consistency. So I would,
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
Great. So thank you everybody who joined, and thank you, Carrie, for the opportunity and for the call. It was really a great time.
Yeah, it's always good talking to you. Your stuff is every time I see what you post, I'm like, wow, that's perfect. I need that. No, I love your content. It's really, really good. So
Thank you very much.
thanks
Okay.
everybody. Have a great week.
Okay.
All right.
Bye bye.